New Madeira Beach, the high schools?
I have no idea. I'm terrible at it. I don't.
It's one of those things when you're a mom or just a parent, it's just like not
so
in your
my
head.
wife
Like,
takes care
where
of all
did
this
I?
stuff.
It's
So.
like, where did I work?
And we've always had to drive our kids far distances for school. Before we lived in Pinellas Park, it's like actually where her childhood home is. We moved back to it. We were living in Clearwater.
Okay.
So
so like just like North County, North Pinellas County.
Oh, okay.
All the schools are so much better.
So like I grew up in Newport Richie.
Oh.
So I'm familiar with North. If you're how far, depending how north you go.
No, the very north. What's the fancy Greek town? Tarpon Springs. What's the high school in Tarpon Springs? Not Tarpon Springs High School, another one. Seriously, I don't know why I can't think. I haven't even had any wine. I had one glass. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be able to describe things.
You have a babysitter.
And I'm a babysitter.
You're in a
I can't
food
just
place, and you like have to walk upstairs.
I know. More will come. But yeah, when we decided to have kids, that was the reason we moved to Naples, because we didn't
slow down a little
well, we just didn't want to send the kids to school here, and because we were going to have to drive them like Madeira or Plano.
Hey, welcome, Michael.
I'm good.
So it's muted right now, but it's live. So obviously recording. So off the like this.
Hi, I'm Hannah. It's good to meet you.
Are you ready?
Hi, I'm Hannah. Thank you. Although,
Nice to see you again.
Very nice to see you. You're very welcome. My pleasure to be here.
I'll try. Just keep the wine coming.
You're already being warned? That's not good.
So we heard you came straight from the news.
I did. And I'm hungry. This already looks good, right?
Yeah, you got that right in front of you.
I brought these just in case, but this looks like a nice big score sheet.
Yeah.
So you've judged before.
Yes.
Right? I have not.
And I had Noble Crust the last time I was here.
Oh, wow.
So I judged twice now, and the first time it was Park Shore and somebody, and the second time was Park Shore and Mise en Place. We won last year, so.
Oh, and I had Mise en Place one year where they didn't win.
And
I know Marianne, and I think Noble Crust beat them. Okay. And I had never heard about Noble Crust.
Won last year.
Okay, was this?
So I judged last year. I judged Mise en Place and Park Shore. The very first year they did this, I actually had a contestant. Park Shore beat me, so it was kind of weird. Like,
wait, what are you? Remind me.
China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I always say it wrong.
Yeah.
Cena.
Yeah, I know.
It's China.
It's not John Cena.
Okay.
It's China. So when we had.
Do you find it interesting to judge these?
Yeah. You know what? So obviously I'd probably judge a little harsher than.
We will.
You will, yeah. But I'm looking for different things too. Like, so I'm looking for seeds. Like, when someone doesn't use salt, that's a big thing for me. Like, seasoning the food. So it's.
Hey, if I could learn to do that at home, my kids might eat my cooking. I'm like, seasoning is the key.
That's how you know. Like, so I was told a long time ago that when you know a chef that seasons their food, they're going to be a chef. If there's someone who doesn't like think about putting salt in something, you're not going to be a very good chef.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you, that's what I'm looking for. I don't really care about plate up and
appearance. You want taste and seasoning.
Yeah. Because if they don't do it, it makes or breaks a dish sometimes.
Did you watch that show when he was on it? Master Chef, wasn't it? No? Do you watch any of those?
So chefs don't watch chef shows?
I watched when you were on.
Thank you so much. I watch you when you're on, so it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
I watch the kids one. Love that.
Yeah.
It is so much fun.
I'm not home.
And it's my third year judging.
Third year judging. I'll make sure I do that. You're going to just kind of talk a little bit about the 16,000. There's a lot of things happening here. It's all about we'll talk about the chairs. guys don't hold too much about temperature because we might be judging for a little bit. Something might get cool for whose dish might be second. So don't hold them to that and let them play a little bit of that. I asked them to get me more spoons, so I'm gonna be tasting a lot with them and having some fun with them along the way. But you guys are gonna have the only ones that are gonna have that final product. So really, let's have some fun with that.
Okay. Thank you.
So last year that happened. Like, I kind of judged on that a little bit last year, like temperature. It was the second one, but the dish was also lacking like salt. I was like, one guy made a better dish, but if he would have put salt in it, he would have won. Like it was a 1 point difference for me.
And like an absence of salt is so obvious, right? You need to at least have something.
And of course they were teasing me like, oh, you're the salt guy. Was there enough salt in there, chef? You know, I was like, listen. And I pointed right at the chefs of the owners. It was Marty and it was Tyson. And I was like, you guys know when salt's not seasoned, that's not right.
All right, everybody, welcome.
I bet he seasons now.
Yeah, right.
All right, everybody, and welcome here to the Epicurean. I am Chef Jeff Philbin. A little quick thing for me. I represented this incredible city of Tampa on Fox's MasterChef, and I am so humbled to be here this evening to be hosting Epic Chef Showdown. This is going to be an incredible 7 weeks of 8 of the best chefs in all of Tampa Bay. I'm telling you right here, right now, this is the place to be. We have tonight an incredible lineup that you guys are going to just be wowed by. And this is going to be one of the best events to be at. This is now the 4th annual one that this incredible organization of Feeding Tampa Bay has been able to support. Last year, 300,000 meals were raised because of this particular event. Let's give that one a round of applause. But I want you to keep those hands clapping because we have such a goal for this year, and it will happen because our goal has been upped way, 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 way up. And it's going to be happening this year with 750,000 meals from this event. And it takes the community to make that happen. We've got incredible sponsors that we're going to be learning a little bit more about tonight. We've got incredible judges that have given their time, that have been here before. They know it, they feel it, they believe it. And that's what's going to be really important for all of this entire 7 weeks to really get to drive home, is the importance of getting involved in our community, really knowing that there is a food insecurity here in Tampa Bay, and knowing that Feeding Tampa Bay is the organization that will help move that needle forward for us. So without further ado, let's get into what we're all here for tonight, and that is Epic Chef Showdown 4. This is an incredible event where these great judges here behind me, and we're going to learn a little bit about them, are going to be battling out with 2 rounds, 2 30-minute rounds. Each of those rounds are going to have 2 mystery box items that they have to do. Now, if they want to start working on round 2 while they get the ingredients for round 1 going, that's fine. But they have to make sure that they are able to complete a fully composed dish within that 30 minutes for that 2 ingredients. Round 2, 2 more ingredients, and it's all done within those 30 minutes. So let's really get going here. Are you guys excited with everything? I mean, like, I'm getting a little bit of energy over here, and I'm feeling Michael over here. All right. You're going to have to fight it out. So you guys ready to see what you're going to be working with? All right, let's see what we've got. The mystery boxes are going to be coming their way, and we've got mystery boxes. Now, these chefs have no idea what they are going to be given. They have no idea what they're going to be working with. And this is going to be the energy of everything, because it's this moment right now that you guys have been waiting for. Now, Michael, what are you hoping is not inside this?
Something living, maybe liver, octopus or something.
Okay, so something living, something octopus. All right, so we're working for something on the sea. Jason?
Some sort of cheek or something. I don't want something that takes a long time.
All right, so nothing that's going to take long, no cheeks, just work within that 30 minutes. All right, so you guys feel a little bit ready? You guys feel a little excited? You guys a little nervous? All right, well then, hey, I'm not going to take any more of that. Why don't we start pulling those up right now here? All right, everybody. Can we see what we've got going? Have you guys worked with this before? Do you guys know what we're working with?
Artichoke, some type of meat.
Some type of meat.
Some kind of meat. All right, all right.
Brown bread, raisin. And, I don't know, chicken?
All right, so we're working with chicken. We're actually not. We're working with some artichokes, which you did get. We've got an incredible venison loin to work with. So we've got those two ingredients to work in the first. We also have ground turkey. So you were right on the mark there, getting a little poultry. And then we have the really fun one here. Is anyone from the Northeast? All right. Have you guys ever had canned brown bread? All right. This is what we're going to be working with. We're going to have a little fun with what it is. And you know what? You got raisins there. Are you a fan of raisins?
Yes.
You love raisins. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. So you already got the ingredients out. You're already ready to go playing with it.
What is this?
It's always a good sign. What is this? We got some venison loin. So we got something that's going to be a little gamey. We're going to have a little fun with it.
Okay, and what is that?
We got canned brown bread, a staple of the Northeast, something that you can only really find in New Hampshire. This comes right out of the can. I mean, this we're gonna try a little sample of this in a little bit.
I don't think it's that Northeast.
All right, so what you got 30 minutes to do anything that you can to make it Boston. We are going to be working with the first box of the ground turkey in artichokes.
No. Venison.
Venison, excuse me. You already pulled everything out. Venison is going to be that first round. All right, are you guys ready to start working with this clock? Because I'm going to start having this countdown with this crowd right now. I don't think we have a choice here. I don't think we have a choice. So we're going to have a smart clock. We're going to go with a countdown. And I'm going to have my friend here lead the way.
With a 10?
Let's go with that.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And time is on the clock right now, everybody. We are working with these incredible ingredients, and we're going to have a lot of fun here. Now, the mission for this is to really kind of play with the clock. I mean, 30 minutes to really work with something, it's not a lot of time, especially when you're dealing with an ingredient like venison. So, you know, when you opened it up, what was the first thing that was going through your head, Michael?
I was panicking a little bit. Didn't really know what was going on, why I'm here, and, trying to go with the flow.
Trying to go with the flow of it. So you're looking like you're going to be going with getting your artichokes going first. And why are you working with artichokes first?
Because they take a while to boil, then I'm going to do some type of char on them or something.
So you're going to start cooking them right away, so that way then you can start working with time on your side. That's a great method right here. And it looks like, Jason, you're doing the same thing. You're going with the artichokes first and really working and preparing those.
These things are not easy to work with, so no thank you.
So if these were the canned artichokes, a little bit easier, would you say then?
We are, yes, I don't like this.
So, all right, so you would have cut the corners for it. So this is going to be a tough one to really work with. So, what's your mind racing to right now when you've got this ingredient?
I need to get these cooked off, soon. I have 30 minutes.
30 minutes. That's not a lot of time to really work with. 30 minutes to be able to get a great dish, 2 ingredients right now to work with venison and with working with these artichokes. That's a lot of pressure right now. And the pressure's got to be really, really intense. I mean, you can already see it. It's kind of fun. So tonight, we've got incredible judges that are going to be a part of everything. They are going to be the ones that are going to be tasting these incredible dishes. And we have incredible people out here. Stacy Shively, it is so great to have you come out here tonight.
Thank you. It's my 3rd year, so I must be doing something right. They invite me back.
3rd year, so it's got to be a really near and dear to your heart for being a part of such an incredible organization.
Well, when you talked about food insecurity, that's something I learned through feeding Tampa Bay. I think they're killing something.
I think they really are, too. It's crazy. Like, you got everything going on over. He's really kind of tenderizing that venison right now.
That is a big slab of meat right there.
We got the big slab of meat right here. Having fun? It's all about what you find in the kitchen and just working with it. That's the cool thing about cooking and just finding cool toys to really work with. Wouldn't you agree, Michael?
Yeah, these guys got some tough ingredients to work with. They're not, straight come to mind kind of stuff. You got to really think about what you're going to do with these ingredients. They do take a little bit of time to cook to make them just right. Yeah,
exactly. And, right here, we're playing around with a lot of tools. I mean, we were already bringing a frying pan out to smash and start to tenderize. I'm seeing the kitchen knife going into it. Would this be something that you would have in your restaurant?
Probably not.
All right, but back to you, Stacy. So you've been here now since 2000 in the Tampa Bay area. So you've seen a lot of great movement and excitement. What's been the food scene like inside this Tampa Bay area?
It's changing so much, and I think in the Seminole Heights area too. It's amazing, like all the new restaurants that pop up. And it's funny how you find your favorites and you keep being a repeat customer, but there's so many new things to see. I haven't been out to Armature Works yet. You know, I kind of hang around this Howard Avenue area and South Tampa area, but it's amazing how many things are out there now. I have a new one on my list.
You really do. I mean, and it truly is at a great spot. And we've got Michael Butacavelli coming from Chena, and you are going to have some new neighbors in your neck of the woods too. Because where are you guys located?
We're in Channelside right now, but we're not located by the arena or by the aquarium or by the Hooters. We're in a residence. We're right below one of the residences, like right off of Kennedy. We are going to incur a lot more residents there. There's a lot of things happening down in the Channelside area. The area is growing really rapidly. We're excited for the growth. We're glad that we have our roots kind of in the ground right now. So when the newcomers do come, we've kind of got our establishment already in the ground for a little while now. So.
And you guys have an incredible restaurant over there. I mean, and you guys are going to be there for years to come. You guys have been an anchor in that side of the area. And even more of the excitement that's moving there. You're absolutely right. You've already cemented your roots. You're excited for everyone else to come in. But you already knew that was the place to be to begin with.
Yeah, we were lucky to have some great owners who are part of the development of Channelside. So they believed in our concept, believed in our restaurant, and so we're staying. You know, we're going to be there for a while, and we're going to be one of the headliners to come too.
That's very cool, very cool. And then we've also are joined here this evening with Hannah Rinaldi. Hannah, you made the trip all the way from Naples, Florida.
Yes, I did.
And then, so from Naples to here, you have got to see a lot of the fun stuff that's got to be going on because you have an incredible blog that people can really go in and see, correct?
Right. I'm one of those people who takes pictures of food and puts it on Instagram.
And right now, that's a really hot thing to do because not only is it just something that you taste and you eat, but it's also what you see. And that's really the enticing part of really that experience of food is seeing it and feeling it.
Oh, definitely. It's the experience of getting together with friends and family and enjoying food together.
That's awesome. And now you guys came up from Naples. You've got the family in town. You guys are going to be doing a little sightseeing, I hear?
Yes. So we're going to do Busch Gardens. We did Mosey today. We're going to go do the aquarium and the zoo and maybe Clearwater Aquarium.
So you have a lot on your plate.
We do.
But you guys can really do a lot within your budget. Exactly.
Well, so I blog about saving money, and you can do the City Pass for $100. And so you can do all sorts of fun things here. So we're taking advantage of it. Like I'm doing it all.
See, and that's what the cool thing is that there's so much to happen around this area that you can do it on a really shoestring budget. You can really have a lot of fun, and you can really enjoy and have a great experience.
Absolutely. You don't have to have a lot of money to enjoy the good life. Got this dress at Goodwill, $6.
A thrifty shopper. I like it. All right. Very cool. So how can people find out about you and your blog?
Oh, okay. So I'm Eat, Drink, and Save Money, but I also write for Traveling Mom and the Daily Meal. So that's why they keep sending me places to take pictures of food. And you can find me on Instagram. It's HM Rinaldi because I didn't think I was going to be an influencer when I started this. I would have done something a lot easier to remember. Just check out the hashtag Epic Chef.
All right, and that's actually a great opportunity right here as well, because if you guys all have a moment, let's pull out your cell phones right now. Everyone's got one, I know. It's 2018. Let's do it. Pull it out. Check in right here, right now, that you are on any of your social media. You go to Facebook, you want to go to Twitter, you want to go to Instagram. Take that photo, make that post, and make sure that you are saying Epic Chef TB. All right? Any way that you want to do it. I'm having a great time. I'm excited. Get this guy away from the microphone. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, you have to make sure Epic Chef TB is the hashtag that you want to be saying and using when here in the Epicurean Theater. So let's go check on these chefs right now. Ooh, I like what we've got over here, Michael.
Thank you.
All right, so you were playing around a lot here with this venison. You were really getting into it. You were just tearing away at it.
Yeah, I was doing something to it.
Now, venison is a gamey meat. It has a beautiful flavor, but it can be a little bit tough to work with.
Yes, sir. That's why I kind of tried tenderizing it a little bit.
So you were also given the Rolls Royce of any kind of filet that you could have had because you had this beautiful loin. So you've made it even softer. So this should just really just tear apart, just melt in someone's mouth.
That's what I'm going for, hopefully.
Nice, 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 nice. All right, Jason, what's going on over here?
I'm going to do a play on some popcorn grits with venison and artichokes.
I like it. I like it. You know, let's really kind of get to know a little bit of these chefs too, because we're going to have a quick little video on each of these bios for these chefs.
In the Noble Crust kitchen, you can feel the fiery drive to create dynamic dishes. One chef de cuisine is bringing that heat to the epic Chef Showdown.
He works really well under pressure. Like, he doesn't freak out. He can stay calm and focused and be super organized, but at the same time, he has that intensity in the drive. He can just really get things done.
Meet Chef Mike Hicks, who's been holding it down here, blending Italian and Southern flavors for a little more than a year.
Pretty much everything. I don't really try to cap myself on a certain style of food. I kind of like everything. That's why I like being a chef. So I'm always pushing myself, and I think that's the best thing about being a chef is your work is never really done. I have a couple tricks up my sleeve and stuff I've been kind of working on. It's kind of hard to do any type of brainstorming when you don't know what the mystery ingredients are going to be.
I mean, he busted out his own pasta roller. Check this thing out. That is some serious competition. Chef Mike may be ready to saute his way to the top, but says he's really here to help feeding Tampa Bay.
You know, I've seen kids hungry, and to know that that's going on in Tampa or even the United States is a little troubling.
While doing good, Noble Crust is defending their reigning champion title. No pressure.
I'm just excited. I want to get in there and just, you know, throw down and hopefully take the victory.
I know he's going to absolutely kill it because my brother did last year, so now he has to follow his steps and make us look good, or else he's not getting any days off for the next 6 months.
This dish is ridiculously good. The competition better hope that Chef Mike doesn't have pasta, chicken, or mushrooms in his basket. Outrageous burgers and mind-blowing sides. Sous chef Jason Sullivan has been pushing the boundaries of comfort classics at Datz for the last decade.
My cooking style is very forward-thinking, very trying to think outside the box, try to give you something familiar and then kind of flip it on its head. They're open to any idea, you just get to run with it. It's pretty fun. So yeah, we're not confined in any box or any cuisine. We can do Asian, we can do French, we can do American home-style cuisine, we can do whatever we want, so it's pretty fun.
Datz is known for its elevated comfort food, like this cheesy Todd right here. I mean, mac and cheese on both sides of this burger. Look at that. But Chef Jason says not to just put him in this comfort food box. That creative thinking leads to crazy flavor combinations.
Kimchi is huge. It's gonna see it on every menu. I made my own kimchi. Instead of making it like Korean style, I call it Mexi-chi. It's Caribbean and Mexican flavors, so it's gonna be very different.
This one's a winner.
I want to show that we can hang with the big boys, to be honest with you. The mise en places and stuff like that, I want to show that we can compete with them, and I think we can.
Just as long as a few quirky items don't show up in the basket.
Wow, any sort of brain, I don't think I want to play with. And feet. I don't like chicken feet or pig's feet or anything like that.
And Chef Jason has one message for the other chefs competing.
Don't overlook me. Don't overlook me.
Not the easiest things to pair with or just cook in general. They do take a little time. They do take a little bit of, help. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to go into those artichokes.
Absolutely. I mean, artichokes are one of those delicacies that need that nurture. They need that time. They need that preparation. This is a hard ingredient.
Yeah, and they got 17 minutes left too to do it. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna have.
So you know what? Let's start doing a little tasting over here. So. We got some grits. Stacy, come on up. You want to try some grits?
What is it?
You want to try some grits?
All right. All right.
Stacey Shively's going to come up and try some grits.
What is this?
Now, Jason, remind us again here. We've got these incredible grits that you're working on.
I'm doing popcorn grits.
Popcorn grits.
Popcorn.
Okay.
It's hot.
If I can, I don't know.
I like it. It has an interesting flavor.
This way, it's not intentional, I promise.
It's not bad.
I can't wait for the whole thing. I think it all needs to come together, but that's pretty good. I would take a bowl of that.
You would take a bowl of that one. I would actually myself as well. I'm really enjoying it. Needs a little salt, but we're having some fun with that. So this night is really kind of made possible with the great support of Feeding Tampa Bay. Thomas Mance and his team are incredible stewards of fighting this incredible food insecurity here in the Tampa Bay area. And Thomas, I'd love for you, if you had to come on down here and tell us a little bit more about Feeding Tampa Bay.
Clock? Jason.
We've got 15 minutes on the clock.
By the fridge.
That will make them nervous.
Yeah, right?
Maybe don't look at it.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. Those are two tough ingredients.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, he's got it. Now, Thomas, thank you so much for having me be part of this entire event. This is an incredible, incredible evening, and it's through your leadership with your team that this is able to happen.
Well, thank you. Jeff, I would say that probably my team would suggest it's more about them than it is me, so we should give due credit. But, yeah. As you mentioned, this is our 4th year doing this, and we couldn't be more excited about it. One of the things that we often get asked about doing this event is we serve folks in the community who are less advantaged with food, yet we're in one of the nicest part of towns, and we're at one of the nicest hotels and restaurants in Tampa Bay. How does it all fit together? And for us, this event really has a couple of significant things. First and foremost, we would view the gifts of the chefs, the gifts of the cooking community as being incredible. And so we like to celebrate that. Food is one of the great things that you can celebrate in life, and the folks that we serve feel the same way about it. Food is the thing we all gather around. It's the thing that brings us all together. It's that moment at a table. It's that moment with family. So this is a real celebratory opportunity for us. We have some of our best friends in the world here in the audience with us today, corporations, partners that have been good friends to the food bank. So for us, this is a really terrific night and event. I would say the last part of it, which is the most important part for us, and what we ask of everybody that comes here, is that we really like for you to take some of tonight's message home with you. You have people in your world, folks you know who are food insecure, and it's a solvable problem. And this event is all about one thing: creating awareness. How do we get folks to know about it? How do we get folks to connect to it? How do we get folks to support us? So we've had great people like Stacy over the years that has been a terrific help to our organization, and many that continue to tell the story of people in our community who need our support. So Epic Chef is really two things. It's a celebration of great gifts and great food, and it's a call to action to get all of us to join together to kind of push forward to make sure that we fix this, because it is a solvable problem. So to all of you that sponsor, all of you that attended, we really appreciate your time, your energy, your interest. To you for hosting, to the Epicurean for making this possible year over year for us. And then I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to the chefs that are willing to come and do this in the restaurants that host them. Can we give them a round of applause? I've said this at each and every event, but I can't imagine people coming to my job and critiquing me as I'm doing it. I don't know that I could stand up to the scrutiny, right? I think it's really wonderful that they're willing to do this with us and for us. And Jeff, for you coming and spending your time and energy and hosting us as well. So thank you all and enjoy a great evening.
Now, as Thomas has mentioned, it really does take a team to make an incredible event like tonight happen, and it's with the great leadership of incredible organizations that make that really, really the case. Florida Blue is joined here this evening with David Pizzo and Rick Bennett in the room. Is that correct? All right. We just want to say thank you so much for all of your participation in this tonight's evening. So what makes it so special for you at Florida Blue and your team to be here?
There's no better way to help people, we think, for health in terms of other than nutrition. And what a great organization, Feeding Tampa Bay, helping people in 10 counties. And it fits our mission of helping people in communities better health. But food, basic food, is really key to that. So we're happy to partner with Thomas and Feeding Tampa Bay.
3.5 million meals a month. I mean, think about that for a second, folks. 3.5 million meals a month is what that team is doing.
Yeah, it's just incredible. It's hard to even get your head around those numbers. It's so big.
Incredible. And to do that across 10 counties and to be able to do it day in and day out when we have so many luxuries of our own. But this is something that is happening in our neck of the woods. It's in our backyard.
Yeah, it's incredible. I don't know, most of you probably visited Feeding Tampa Bay, but they are really
Thank you.
I mean, there are many companies, but one thing, they're a logistic company, because how do you get those 3.5 million meals to all those people? Logistics is really the key, and a lot of it is fresh foods, vegetables, refrigerated items these days, and it's pretty incredible.
It really is, and they've done a great job, and we're so grateful for the participation of you at Florida Blue and your team to also see the value in an organization like that. So thank you so much for making tonight be a part of your schedule. All right, so we've got a little bit over 10 minutes here on the clock. We're having already some fun. Jason's just getting really excited with his grits, the popcorn. He's already pulling out. He's passing it over to the judges. Hannah's being the polite one to give it across the board to everybody. Hannah, so far, what have you been seeing out of these judges?
I'm not gonna lie, I was eating.
Well, they've got the venison looks like it's going to be coming off. He's already got it cooling over here, Michael, with the venison being pulled off the heat, and it looks like you're pretty happy with it then?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. So what do we do with the venison, and what's going to really make you become tonight's epic chef going on in this incredible journey?
Let's slice it and hope for the best.
Slicing. So you're going to be just slicing across the bias, right? So at that point, what are we working with temperature-wise? What's your goal when you're having this come out?
Medium-ish. I don't want to scare someone. A bit rare venison.
Medium to medium well. Okay, over here. And then I'm not really seeing the venison over here. So what's going on over here, Jason?
Drop my carrot.
Dropping the carrots, or is what's happening?
My venison's in the oven. It'll be perfect.
All right, so venison's in the oven. Tell us a little bit about what you're actually doing with that venison.
Did a little chipotle, southwestern kind of flavor.
So we're going for the little bit of heat over here. Little heat. All right. We're going with heat. Stacy, now coming from, the cold states, Minnesota, we're working with some heats over here with Jason with Datz. I mean, are you excited for that?
I am. My dad was a deer hunter, so I grew up with a lot of venison in the house. So I'm interested to see what they come up with.
So we have a deer aficionado because right here you've got your dad has just imparted on you the proper way to enjoy it, to cook it, and to just have fun with it, right?
Well, truth be told, when I was a kid, my mom would just have to find ways to hide it in food so that we didn't know it was there because kids are picky.
Kids are picky, and being a young dad, my young little boy, Holden, we are now trying to hide foods all the time now and trying to see if he'll eat more of his vegetables. He likes fruits, but not the vegetable scene, so we're going to get there. But so you were being given venison that was being hidden in that food. But tonight, the venison's got to be the star. So are you ready to see venison be the star of the dish?
Yes, I was just quizzing my friend here to find out exactly. I said, you treat it like beef, right? And you can make it any temperature like beef. But
Thank you so much.
I'm not going to give away your secret. We'll see if they do it, but I'll tell you what else he said after we get to try it.
Ooh, so we're gonna have a little bit more coming from this because it truly, they've got a great piece of meat over here. I mean, they've got almost like the Rolls Royce. They've got a fillet. They've got the loin, very soft, very tender. They don't really have to do too much of that tenderizing. They don't have to do too much of that cooking as well with it.
Right. I come from the land where sometimes good ingredients don't need a lot done to them. So a lot of times, sometimes the meat just needs to stand for itself. So we'll see what I'm interested. The guys look like they got a lot of stuff going on. Again, the ingredients are not easy ones to work with. You talk venison, you might get a little game. If you're not someone who likes game, it could be a little gamey to you and not be your first choice of meat. But again, I'm interested in seeing. They look like they're pretty confident over there. I mean, they're running around. And again, this is not easy. This is given a surprise ingredient that you got to think on your feet. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I don't know if I'd be in this competition. I'm a guy who likes to really think things through, kind of put things together. I don't know if I'm that quick to think on my feet for a competition for 30 minutes.
30 minutes for that first round, and we are down now to the last 6 minutes here, folks. So 6 minutes to really work with so many incredible ingredients. We already got some plating over here, too. So it looks like, Michael, you really are going full on. You've really managed the clock to your benefit. What's been the secret to it?
Multitasking. Kind of worrying about the artichokes, but hopefully they'll be good enough to serve.
So has that been the really scary ingredient that you were given tonight, were the artichokes and being able to properly execute a dish using that ingredient?
Yeah, that's probably the downfall of the competition right now, I would say, for both of us.
Is going to be that. So it looks like you have some form of working together on the same kind of platform, but you have incredible ingredients to work with here. And I'm also joined here this evening with Luis from Uriah's Farm. All of these incredible herbs are from Uriah's Farm. And Luis is here in the audience here. Luis, come on down here for a second if you could, please. Doing great. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight. So tell us a little bit about your incredible array of what you've been able to provide them tonight.
You bet. So what we have are local greens we grow here in Tampa Bay. It's actually indoor farming. So we've taken it to urban farming. And so we have a facility that is about 20,000 square feet. It goes about 30 feet high, and we rack it in there with LED lights. We control the temperature. There are no chemicals, herbicides, pesticides, any of the bad stuff. This is fresh, living produce. So as you look at this,
I'm going in for a bite. I'm not
do
going
it. Enjoy it. You'll see something on the bottom of here that is still living. If you really want to get the true flavor and the true nutrients out of it, you don't want to eat dead food. And this is about as close to living as you can bring to your house. Wow. Up here, we have, if we want to back up or put the camera here, we've got, this is called bull's blood. It's the reddest flavored or reddest colored leaf that exists. It's actually a starter of beets. And this bull's blood has a kind of a bitter flavor to it. But it's a type of stuff that, as I would take some off and start to rub it, it's going to have a deep red, I don't know if you can capture, a deep red color to it. And so sometimes they'll use it for flavoring of food, sometimes just to add a bit of accent or color, and also time to offset with bitterness. But that's where the busy chefs would have an opinion on that. Does anyone want to try some? Oops. Hoppa! Keeping everyone awake.
So now, what would you have done with some of your ingredients working with this preparation?
That's risky, don't I? I got it. I tell you what we're good at. We're good at growing flavorful, healthy food. I'm not going to have them step into my farm and tell me how to do it, and I'm not going to disrespect and step into it. But I hope to see that they do, at a minimum, put it on there to accent some of the plates to give the judges the appearance that might be good. As well, over here we have a spicy micro that has some daikon radish, some mustard in it, and that is what's going to give a spark or a little bit of spice of a flavor.
And daikon right now has become a really hot, popular ingredient in a lot of restaurants.
Definitely. This is one of our favorite from most of the restaurants, and we serve all the way down into South Beach, across Florida. But they love this to add a bit of flavor and life to the dishes.
And now you've got distribution across the entire Southeast, and you also now can be found in the comfort of an incredible little group that we call Publix, correct?
Yes, another big supporter of Feeding Tampa Bay. So we're just starting, so please help us grow there. We are now serving in the produce section these clamshells of heads of lettuce. And so it's right now just at the Bayshore and Platte Publix, so you can pick it up there, and be sure and tell them you want it at your local Publix as well.
Very cool, very cool. I mean, we got to try this one now too. I mean, I went for it the last one. We got to go for it. I'm gonna work my way up in the back there, and I'm gonna go try this out here with everybody. Okay? So we're gonna go over here. You guys want to try some? We got to go for it.
That's very good.
Very fresh, very flavorful, and you can find this now at Publix.
Great store, great product. It'll do well.
It will do well is what is going around here. It will do well. All right, we're going to try to move it around here on this side too. Get a few samples.
Nobody does it, though. You buy them.
You guys want to try?
So how would you have served venison in terms of temperature?
Oh, yeah, I wanna know
Would
that.
you have done rare, medium?
Thank you.
But you're going to be able to do this stuff. So, I mean, you're working.
So we are down here to the final seconds here. We got 45 seconds left to go. Food should be coming onto the plates. We are coming along very well. Michael's working very strong going. Jason had a little bit of a little problem here before. He's running behind. The clock is really kind of not going to be favoring him as much as we would want. Do you want? Because now we're getting food onto it. Your plates fell.
I'm good.
He's good, he says. He's good. So we've got 20 seconds left to get those dishes onto it. When I get into the last 10 seconds, we're going to start counting down here in 5 seconds, everybody. So let's hear that countdown at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Walk away from that plate. All right, let's give it up for everybody. All right, Michael, 30 minutes to cook a dish using artichokes and venison.
That went pretty quick, quicker than I thought.
And did you think you got everything that you wanted on that dish?
No, not at all. Kind of just freestyled it, pretty much the whole time. So.
But that's kind of the cool thing, too, about being here is that you get to have that opportunity to not know what you're cooking with, to just be creative, to just go with the flow of things. So in 30 minutes, you went with the flow of it, and you got a dish prepared.
Yeah, hopefully it works out.
All right. Now, Jason, tell us a little bit about what was going on over here.
That was not enough time. That was not even close to enough time. Not enough time.
30 minutes, not enough time. Thank you. All right. But you got something out there. These judges are going to have 2 dishes to work with and really kind of go for it. These judges are going to be judging on a flavor, creativity, and the use of the ingredients. Now, these absolutely look beautiful. These dishes here are absolutely beautiful. I mean, Michael's already bringing out his camera. He's already putting it on Instagram. Make sure you tag that with Epic Chef TB. Hashtag, if you guys all, again, Epic Chef TB. Let's hear it one time from the crowd participation. Epic Chef TB. All right. Hannah?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting you in mid-pose right here with the camera.
What was the question?
I got you in mid-pose right here with this, with your camera going for it.
Yes.
What were you thinking and what are you seeing?
This is really pretty. This is Noble Crust, right?
That's right.
Noble Crust, really pretty, but I kind of feel like I'm kind of going for Datz because I feel like it might taste really good. Just a picture doesn't always show what it's going to taste like.
Absolutely. And again, they are having incredible ingredients to work with. And at the end of the day, we might eat with our eyes, but we need to really excite the taste buds a little bit. So, Stacy, you have that expert knowledge coming from your dad and your upbringing, and you already went one bite in. Tell us.
It's delicious. Very well seasoned. I like the sauce. It doesn't taste the least bit gamey to me, which I think is a big test. I want more.
You want more. So you already started diving into the team and working with everything that Michael had done representing Noble Crust. Did he do a good job for representing Noble Crust tonight?
Absolutely.
Very cool. Very impressed, she says. All right, Michael, I'm going to turn it on to you. See what we've got going on over here. We're working right now. Did you get into the artichokes yet?
No.
But how's the venison?
The venison's delicious. Like Stacy said, it's seasoned well. But I can tell you right now, the artichoke is not cooked.
The artichoke is not where it's supposed to be at. Now, that is a very tough ingredient to work with. So do they get a little bit of a get-out-of-jail card with something like that? Or, hey, you had 30 minutes. You are a chef at your respective restaurants. You know how to do this. You better have had that on a dish.
I mean, yeah, this is not easy. This is not something that a lot of restaurants serve. These are fresh artichokes. A lot of times you'll see canned artichokes. It just needs more time to cook. And basically taking these things down to a smaller piece of vegetable to cook would have been best.
So really kind of taking advantage of the size and the shape to make sure you got proper cooking temperature across all of the surface, and really working with that could have helped them a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when you eat artichokes, I don't know if everyone's ever, they look really pretty. And then a lot of times when you eat these artichokes, you're steaming them, you're boiling them, and a lot of times you'll pull the leaves off. You'll season, like you'll stuff them, and you'll pull with your teeth the meat that's actually on the leaf. And then there's there's a heart, which is that you discard, and then there's a choke, and then you eat the choke part, which is like the soft stemmy part. And unfortunately, it's just not cooked. You can't eat it when it's not cooked.
So artichoke, not where it's at. Venison, though,
delicious.
Delicious, because before you were saying, keep it simple, season, that's it. But they went with a nice little bit of a sauce.
Yeah, it's really good, seasoned well. So I'm particular with when I'm judging them. I'm looking for seasoning. You know, a lot of times I've been told through my career that you can tell a good chef from a bad chef if they know how to season food. So this is great.
Very cool, very cool. Now, Hannah, you've already dug right into what everybody was really kind of intrigued by and maybe a little bit more excited because those plates fell. That cut away some time. Did Jason get it all on a plate in the way in which he wanted?
I'm from Alabama, and these grits are great.
The grits are great. Now, these were the popcorn grits that he was really excited for. You already got the popcorn. Stacy and I were already sampling those grits up there before. So he's got a slam dunk with that?
Well, I mean, the presentation's definitely off, but the taste, that flavor profile, I feel like as a Southerner, that's there.
And the venison. Did he do the venison justice?
Yes, that venison, and this was the Asian profile. Really good. Definitely nailed it.
All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so we are going to let these judges enjoy the rest of that dish here. Now, you've heard some of the comments before about what you were able to do, Michael. It sounds like people are really excited about this dish. So tell us what you did. Come on this side. Tell us a little bit about what you did with this dish.
He's missing the artichoke.
All right, so obviously the artichokes are definitely undercooked. Didn't seem to have enough time.
They sent you over here. Oh my God.
But so with the venison, I kind of tenderized it, put a little mustard rub on it, seasoned pretty decently, seared, finished in the oven. I made a little side salad with a little pickled mushroom, a little nutty pistachio in there, and that's about it. Garnished micros.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then Jason, tell us a little bit about your dish.
Okay, I did very basic venison with some chipotle peppers and some smoked paprika. I infused the hearts of the artichokes with the carrots, and then I did a popcorn grit with white cheddar.
Now, you had a little bit of an issue there with the plating. Did that cut into some of the time that you wanted to get everything, or did you get everything that you wanted on that plate?
I wish there was somewhere I could see the time. Like I was trying to look.
We've got the clock right there on the spice rack.
I couldn't see it. I didn't see it.
All right, but hey.
I heard 45 seconds and then I scrambled.
Hannah is absolutely loving it. I mean, she's almost eaten like almost all the plate. And in between, like before we even got down, I said, hey, you got a lot of food coming your way. She went to town right now on that one.
We do grits good at Datz. We do good. I mean,
Well, awesome. That's very cool. Well, let's give it up to these two incredible chefs right now.
I like the little salad on the side. Spices up.
He's really missing his artichokes though.
Yeah, but that was kind of smart though, right? Because then he just didn't.
All right. So these judges right now are going to be starting to tally up these scores from this first round before these judges get into round 2. So closing remarks on round 1, Stacy.
I think my favorite part was the sauce with the venison. It was so tender. I think anybody who tried it wouldn't know that it was venison. I'm disappointed in the artichoke because I'm a huge artichoke fan. The fresh salad on the side was great. I think this presentation won. I really did like the grits though.
The grits really were the star on that one there. All right, so
Yeah.
we've been hearing that across the board. Now, before we went into this, you two were saying that there's a whole preparation now. Stacy, you were out there. I saw you kind of taking notes over there. So Michael was teaching you how to do it. What was the secret? What were you guys sharing? And are you guys able to share with everybody that's watching right now?
I don't think he'll mind me sharing, but there are two things, because I'm learning as I sit here. I'm a lifetime learner, so I'm always going to ask questions, right? And what he told me is seasoning is the key, right? And it's a very tender cut of meat, so it's difficult to mess it up. So that's what I was watching for as I was tasting it.
Very cool. And it was a very tender piece of meat. They were given the Rolls Royce of any kind of venison to work with at front. So they really went for it. Was it as tender as you wanted it to be?
Oh, absolutely. It was very tender.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's tally up these scores from round 1. I'm going to give you guys just a little bit before we do the countdown again for round 2. Round 2, again, if you are watching, is ground turkey and canned brown bread. So we're going to do a countdown again at 10. All right, so let's give them the countdown starting at 10. On my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this.
You're fine.
We won't tell it until the end.
Can I get some adult size gloves?
Yeah.
Did they
take yours yet? No.
All right, so tonight we've also have the great team here at the Epicurean Hotel being a part of everything. They have been a huge supporter of this incredible organization since day one, and I'm joined here with Kevin Scott. Kevin, come on up here, my friend.
How are we doing, everyone? Sorry, I'm real excited, obviously. Welcome back to so many of you that I know from last year. Last year was my first year doing this. It feels like riding a bike. But also, welcome to all the new sponsors this year. Really happy to have you. We're just so grateful to have this opportunity and to partner with Feeding Tampa Bay. I can't believe my boss, Tom Haynes, who started this with Thomas Mance just out of an idea and an original partnership, because our truths and our beliefs align in the fact that we want to do everything we can to help people who are food insecure here in the Tampa Bay area. So this event has grown in ways that we couldn't have imagined. I mean, we're live streaming, we're live producing. We've got Chef Jeff here, and we've got all you here. So as Thomas said earlier today, it's really about awareness and doing the right thing. These people live in our backyards, and many of them you don't even know. And as we've started to volunteer more as an organization, as a hotel, it really hits home. So whether you volunteer your time or you donate money, I encourage you to both, or all of you, to do one, other, or both. It just feels good. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we've got 27 minutes We've got ingredients here, ground turkey, and we've got B&M brown bread. So, Michael, tell me, what are we working with? What are you going to do?
Do a meatball with some type of weird sauce I got going on in my brain, but I need heavy cream to make it. So.
All right, so we're going to do a cool little meatball. We're going to do a unique, creative sauce that we're working with and getting you some heavy cream to work with on that one. Using this ground turkey, really simple, really kind of traditional. You're really kind of playing to the strengths of this dish, as the first round was a little tough to really kind of work within the time that you were allowed.
Yeah, this is a little bit easier, I feel like, to work with. So hopefully this next dish will be better.
Now, it sounds like they really love the presentation of your dish. How are you going to really up the ante with round two?
I got an idea. Hopefully it works out.
Very cool, very cool. Now, Jason, we've already heard what we're going to be doing over here with the team over with Noble Crust. Are you a little worried? You a little excited? We're going simple over there. Michael's taking it really simple, true.
I'm going to do a meatball too, so I guess it's the meatball battle.
So we've got meatball versus meatball in round two right now. All right, so now they are going to be judged on an incredible dish of meatballs. I mean, it's a little tough to really work with, to really kind of elevate a meatball. I mean, but it's a very humble dish, and it's something that you can really work within a budget too when you're at home preparing a dish like that.
Oh, it's definitely a family-friendly, budget-friendly dish, something that comes up a lot.
Very cool. And I mean, that's something that they have just tried and true. My mom used to make the meatballs. Grandma can make the meatballs. Can they make a really good one? We're going to find out.
Oh, I have faith. They will.
We got faith. We got faith. Now, the team at Cisco is here in the building. It's here tonight. And you all are just great people and great supporters of this incredible event each and every year. So thank you so much for being a part of it. What makes it so special for this year?
We're just excited to be here.
Excited to be here. Now, you guys have really supported them with some incredible food to work with this evening as well. So did you have a little bit of a little play with what they were going to be working with? Because brown bread is not a really common ingredient to work with.
That was all Chef Chad, so we let Chef Chad pick that. We just supplied it for him.
Just supplied them for it, but if you guys had brown bread, would you know what to do with brown bread?
I would not have a clue what to do with it.
Tough round.
All right, not a clue. So I think we're going to be a little excited to see what we've got with this brown bread. But we also have ground turkey, too. So a little bit simple, a little tried, a little more true.
The various things.
Delicious is what we got going. So thanks so much for being a part of tonight and all of your support with Feeding Tampa Bay with Epic Chef Showdown.
Thank you.
Okay, so how do you prepare an artichoke? Well, no, I wouldn't do all the seasoning.
So what I would have...
All right, so brown bread is not a really common ingredient that you see around here in the Tampa Bay area. Brown bread, B&M brown bread,
You could boil that.
is a very simple dish. It's a simple thing that you would find up in really Portland, up in the Maine, New Hampshire area, and it had its kind of day in the sun with like the ambrosia shallot. It's a very older dish. It's an ingredient that you wouldn't really see. Raisins are common in a lot of these that preparation brings out a sweetness to it. So letting that be a part of that meatball, I believe, is going to really help them a lot because it's already kind of dry. It's already kind of sweet. I mean, all you really need to do is just put a little bit of butter on it. I mean, that's really it. You just need a little bit of butter. Oh, I got that raisin now. So now that you know that there's going to be raisins in that, that's going to be a surprise for a meatball. All right, now I'm joined here with Rob Rinesmith, who is one of the owners and the executive chefs at Noble Crust. We've got meatballs being made here.
Yeah, we do. He should know those well. We do a lot of meatballs.
So we got meatballs being made, which is going to be really unique because the brown bread that's going to be a nice filling agent for it has got some raisins in it.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, raisins are pretty good meatballs. I mean, like Middle Eastern food has raisins in there, like lamb meatballs. I think it'll be all right. I mean, I've never had that product, so I have no idea how it tastes, but looks interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. And you guys are doing some incredible and interesting things here in the Tampa Bay area. You guys are now on your third location in Carroll.
Yeah, that's right. We've been open for about 6 or 7 months right now.
6 or 7 months now in Carrollwood. You also have the locations in Wesley Chapel, which was number 2, and then St. Pete is where you all started.
Exactly, yeah.
So what's next?
So next we're working on a project called Beet Farm, which is going to be like a multi-purpose, multi-event, 11 acres. It's a prep commissary. We do all of our prep out of there now. Hydroponic farm, also soil-based farm. And then we're going to open up like a retail market and bakery next, and also a small like fast casual drive-through concept for like breakfast and lunch.
So you guys are...
That's a lot in 20 seconds to say, but yeah.
But it sounds like you guys are got the team behind yourselves to really do this. Michael really showed himself on that dish. Did you get a chance to see it?
Yeah, I actually snagged one of the plates on the way out and ate someone's leftovers. I have no idea whose, but the venison was cooked perfectly. It was super flavorful. Artichokes, yeah, it's kind of time restraint, but he did a good job of the presentation. All the flavors tasted really good, so I think he killed it. It was good.
And you've been able to really see the food scene quite so much of just the growth of Tampa Bay, because you've also been able to really kind of compare us to some other great foodie cities, because your background is not really 100% all here in Tampa. You had a little stopover in a big old little city there.
Yeah, I was in New York for like 8 years. Mainly working in Italian restaurants, definitely Mediterranean. And it's cool to see St. Pete and Tampa rising up to be, like a definitely food city, cool restaurants, lots of chef-driven places opening up. The big box chains, which Tampa was once known for, are kind of actually becoming the dinosaurs, and like these cooler restaurants are becoming the ones everyone wants to go to.
It's an evolution here in our community right now. And it's through great leadership, it's through great partnerships. I mean, at the end of the day, it takes a true community to get behind everybody. And you have all been very philanthropic, because you guys were actually one of these winners. And in fact, you were the winners. Your brother was the winner last year.
Yeah, my brother won last year. He's here today having a drink at the bar. Super happy he's not on this side of the stage this time, just relaxing. But both guys, they work super hard, and I have faith in them. That's why I chose them.
Well, that's exciting to hear. And thank you so much for being a part of this year and having them out here. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, and I am joined here with Roger Perry, the owner of so many incredible spots right now, and congratulations to all the successes that you guys have been doing right now.
Well, I can't take all the credit. My wife, Suzanne, runs our marketing, and she's the one that's put basically Datz on the map.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, right now, literally, you guys are still riding the wave of Alicia. She just had her big break on Friday with Sugar Rush. I mean, congratulations to her. That's incredible.
It's a tribute to my wife. She really is in tune with all the marketing today, Instagram and Snapchat and everything. And we have a great team. So it's just not one person, it's a group of people.
Absolutely. And I mean, social media has been a real big friend for you and your team to really grow. Alicia, it was something that you actually picked off of social media. You got Dr. Barbecue now, Ray Lampe being a part of that. He's big on social media. So you have always been strategic with who you align yourselves with, and it's really shown.
Well, we try to stay basically ahead of the curve. We do that with our food. We do that with our marketing. And sometimes on the food, we're way ahead and people don't get it. But it does come back, and it's just fun. We just have fun with food. My wife and I are not chefs, and we just take it lightheartedly and try to make it fun.
Absolutely. And Jason, he had a really great time with that fun dish with using popcorn and letting popcorn be a part of that. I mean, and that's a dish that was inspired by your menu.
Right. Yeah, we offer popcorn free for people when they come in to eat. We just play with food. We try to think outside of the box, but take things that we know and put a twist on them.
And that's important, because food can be just something that you just get behind and just enjoy and just put your own stamp on it.
Right. People love comfort food. You know, they have memories of their childhood. So we try to take those memories and move them forward.
And if he's got the chance to move it forward, are you guys going to be rooting and excited for what's going to be round 2 with this dish?
Jason's an incredible chef. He's worked with a lot of the great chefs in the country. And I don't know whether you know it or not, but he started with a bakery background. So he was a baker first. And now he's a sous chef with incredible talent.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for being a part of tonight and everything that's going on. Congratulations. I know I'm excited for when Ray opens up his spot. I'm already there. I'm playing around with my barbecue recipes just because of him.
Yeah, we're about 6 to 8 weeks out.
6 to 8 weeks out. All right. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right. So we've got just over 16 minutes to go. We've got meatballs. We've got pasta. We've got a little bit of a sauce here. Are we trying to work with it? You got your heavy cream?
Yeah, I got that cream I needed, thanks.
Awesome. So we got the heavy cream going. And Jason, how we doing over here? What's going on?
I made a risotto in the first round, so I want to impress Chef Cena over here.
All right. So he's kind of getting ready for it. It looks like he's kind of going for you, Michael. He's really kind of got you to really kind of that dish of dishes. So is the added pressure now?
Yeah, I mean, he's done put himself, he's pigeonholed himself now into making something really good.
It's got to be really good. I mean, at this point, it's got to be.
Here's some popcorn. You guys want it?
I don't want it. Didn't have any salt or butter on it. Why do I want more?
I know.
Bland popcorn.
We need seasoning. You could write a blog just about how the everyday person needs to season stuff.
Or just like an instructional blog instead of
Right.
It is, I mean, it's important. Like,
Now, another great supporter of this incredible event and everything that's happening over at Feeding Tampa Bay is Coca-Cola of Florida. And I'm joined here with Mark Pitts from Coca-Cola. Mark, let me tell you, my friend, I've had way too many Diet Cokes than I need to, but I've been working on my figure for it.
Mine too. I'm working on my figure as well. We're honored to, for the 3rd year, be a part of this great event, supporting Tom Mans and Feeding Tampa Bay and the work that they're doing to cure food insecurity in our state. It's an honor and a privilege to be a part of this, and we'll continue to support this event because it's a part of Coca-Cola's heritage. Coca-Cola with food just makes sense together.
At the end of the day, it's all about that Americana, and I mean, you are just ingrained in it of really being able to be a part of the community, part of history, part of what makes us special. In this Tampa Bay area, that's who we really are, is just being someone special.
Absolutely. The Tampa Bay area has been very welcoming to Coca-Cola Beverages Florida. We've been here a little over 3 years now. Our bottler started up June 15th of 2015. And the community has welcomed us and made us a part of the Tampa Bay community and actually all across the state of Florida. And we're proud to be here and be a part of this event.
Well, we're proud to have you all out here. Thank you so much for being out here, Mark. Have a great night and enjoy it. How's the food so far?
Excellent.
Excellent. All right. Coca-Cola. Now, we're also joined here this evening with incredible wines. I mean, does everyone really just enjoy themselves with a little bit of that liquid courage? Yeah? All right, we got a cheers over there and the Bank of America over there. And those wines could not be made possible without the support of Michelle McLean and her team over at Jackson Family Wine. Michelle, come on down. People are having a great time tonight. People are enjoying the wine. People are having fun with it. It's always a good time, right?
Yes, absolutely. Always a good time when you have wine in front of you.
Also done responsibly, of course.
Yeah. Take an Uber.
Take an Uber. But thank you so much for being a part of this. Now, this is your guys. You've been involved with this since its inception, correct?
Well, no, actually, we've been involved with Feeding Tampa Bay for about 2 years now. We partner normally towards the holidays, November through February. We've donated 150,000 meals, 4 volunteer days.
Let's give that a round of applause.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So this is my first Epic Chef Challenge. I'm really excited to be a part of this. This is amazing. So very cool. I do a lot of different wine dinners and wine events, and this is by far the coolest. So.
Yeah, this microphone's dead. It really is an incredible time. I mean, and they are just having some fun in here. Are you having fun up there too?
Yeah, amazing. A lot of fun up there. Up there in the cheap seats.
Are you kidding me? That's the spot. You know what? Those are the spots that I want to be up there. I'm gonna go up there with you. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. All right, let's see this. Let's see what we're seeing from over here. You guys having fun over here, Bill? Are you enjoying the food so far?
It's a good time, Jeff. Go up to the seats. It's a good crew up there.
All right, we're gonna take a look up here, see what's going on. Oh wow, that looks lovely. What do we got over here?
It does. This would be the smoked short ribs and the peach tomato salad with cheesy grits and the balsamic jus.
Ooh, I'm liking it already. All right, so this is where it's at. Wow, the angle up here. I mean, I'm seeing the whole thing. This is really cool up here. I'm liking this. All right. Roger, you having fun over here?
Great.
All right, I got you mid-bite too, didn't I? All right. Very cool, very cool. Now, Bill, I got to ask you.
Yes, sir.
Are you doing the cooking at home?
My wife is next to me, so the answer is no.
Ooh, but at least you're honest with it. All right.
PBJs every night if I was cooking. So.
PBJs every night, but I don't know if you'd let that happen, would you?
No, yeah.
So if you were, what would be the dish of dishes that you would be cooking for your wife?
Oh, Lord, that is a big challenge. Since we've been talking about meatballs, I think I can make a mean spaghetti and meatballs. How about that?
All right, so I mean, if they were to just tap you in right now, would you be like, all right, Coach, I'm ready. Tap me in. I'm going in right now. I'll finish up this whole dish right here. I know what I'm doing with brown bread.
As long as my friends from Coke give me a Pib Zero, I can cook anything. I don't know if Mark heard that over there. But if I get a Pib Zero here in the Tampa market, I'll be the best chef there is.
That's the way to go. All right, so that's going to be that little bit of motivation. All right, very cool, very cool. All right, so we came up from there. We came down to here. We've got 10 minutes on the clock to work. I see Michael going with a little bit of some citrus going on right now.
Yeah, I got a little Supreme Orange, grapefruit. Gonna put in my sauce.
Nice. So you're going to have a little bit of that creaminess, a little bit of that citrus to really kind of work with it. I'm intrigued by it. What is the inspiration for such a dish?
I don't know. I just need to think of something to do real quick, so that's kind of what happened.
I like it. I like that ingenuity. I like the fact that you're playing with it because you just have to have fun in the kitchen. That's what food is all about, is enjoying the process, getting behind ingredients, and just letting the ingredients shine. I mean, that's what it's all about.
When they cleaned up the dishes. Yes, they do have it. I thought they cleaned it up.
Now, last year I had the privilege of being out here and having a great time as one of the judges. I came back and hosted at the season finale part of it all, and I was joined here the entire time that I was there. Steve, I saw you there last year. I'm seeing you here again this year. So talk to me a little bit about your involvement here and why it's so important to be a part of tonight.
My involvement has been, I've been in the food bank for about 20-some years. So it's very important to me as far as, making sure that, there's plenty of food available for the community. So.
And tell us a little bit about Harvard Jolly.
Well, I'm actually retired now.
So now you get to enjoy good food. You get to be able to support a great organization in Feeding Tampa Bay. So you've got a little bit of time to work with and doing things more for your community.
Yes. At least looking at doing that, yes. Haven't had a chance, just been retired for 6 months now, so.
So what's the secret of having happiness and being retired? Because as a millennial, I'm going to be working a lot to try to get that one day.
Just having things to do.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your participation and your support. Round one in the books. we got meatballs coming out. Excited? Disappointed with what it's going to be?
I'm hoping they're very different. And whatever you put with the meatballs will make it different. And I think seasoning will be the key.
Season is always the key. That's where it's at. Michael, you were talking about that when we were doing the first bit with the venison. So what's the secret to a really good meatball?
The fat in the meatball. And unfortunately, they're using turkey. So I hope that I'm going to see some kind of pork fat in the meatball.
Because they really need to get that flavor out of that dish, really kind of do everything that they can because it's lean, it's clean. Don't get me wrong, it's summertime, everybody, and I know I need to get some more lean and clean food in me, but you also need to have that fat for flavor.
That's right. Not to say that it won't be good, but you need to have fat in meatballs.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with just over 6 minutes to go, I hope that they're going to be able to get that fat, that flavor into that dish for them. All right, so I want to try a little bit of what's going on here. So we're working with the grits over here. This is the risotto, excuse me, I'm sorry. Coming over here. Wow. Stacy, it's really good, but I'm sorry. I can't have you come up for this one again. Hannah, I need you. Come on up. I'm tapping you in right now for this one.
All right, what is this?
All right, so we have a risotto. Jason, tell us a little bit more about this incredible risotto.
I started the risotto in the first round. Chicken stock, a little artichoke, bacon fat, bacon, salt and pepper.
So it sounds like we got the fat in this one. We got bacon fat. We've got everything. And you started working this one. Watch out for the flame there. There we go.
Okay.
So we were working with a lot of flavors. We got fat in this dish over here, Michael. I think you're going to be really excited.
Mm-hmm. I do taste fat in a good way. Yeah.
Fat in a good way. Is that going to be a new term right now?
Yeah, fat in a good way, for sure.
You just coined that term.
Hashtag fat in a new way.
Fat in a new way. I love it. That is awesome. All right, so now we're going to just kind of play around with that citrus sauce that Michael's been working on over here. And he's really kind of dicing up.
Salt, though.
What do we got? A little bit papaya there?
Yeah.
There you go. Grapefruit, coconut cream sauce, turkey ball.
Really clean, really light, and really flavorful. I'm really actually enjoying that quite a bit because with a little bit over 4.5 minutes to go, that better be the best meatball that you've ever cooked because if you don't, you could be going home. And you guys over at Noble Crust, you guys have won this before. What's that mean for you guys to come in here as could be a two-peat?
Well, if I don't win, then I got to find a new job. That's what they told me.
So you might be looking for a new job if you don't win tonight. So this better be the best meatball you've ever made.
That's what I'm going for.
All right, so you're like Ben Roethlisberger right now, just going all out right now.
Yep, exactly.
Well, that's the cool thing about it. I've got a partialness to sous chefs in any restaurant environment that you're in because the sous chef works under that chef, and the chef sometimes gets all the guts, all the glory, all that sexiness of what makes their restaurant really shine. But those sous chefs, they got that hunger. They got that little bit in their belly to kind of work with something, play around with new ideas. They get to really show themselves. They make the best dish right now. Their life can change so dramatically. It's that opportunity right now that this dish could set them off to be not just the epic chef, but to be more than that. And for them to be able to have an opportunity to do something more than just a dish. Now, Jason, would you agree that this could set you on a new path if you are the epic chef?
I want it bad.
You want it bad. Well, what does it mean for you to want it? How do we know that's what you want?
I want that street cred.
It's all about the street cred. And that dish right here, these meatballs, this risotto, that's going to set you off. That's going to set you apart. That's what's going to drive you down that epic chef path.
Yes. Of course it will. Who makes a risotto in an hour?
Who makes a risotto in an hour? We're going to find out in just over 2 minutes and 45 seconds if that risotto is going to set him over the top. By this point, everyone should have started to be plating. We see the plating on this side here. Beautiful, beautiful colors. From Jason over here with Datz. Michael over at Noble Crust, working with a little bit of lime zest before, really working with those citrus, really kind of bringing out some light flavors, that color on a plate. It's looking pretty good. We've got 2 minutes and 18 seconds to work with. How we feeling?
Feeling amazing. This is the best round ever.
This is the best round ever because you bounced back quite a bit from what you had that last round. Were you a little nervous? Was it getting to you a little? The pressure?
Those artichokes, man.
Those artichokes. But, so this is the redemption dish that we've all been wanting and waiting for.
Yes, of course.
Redemption dish is coming up in just a little bit less than 2 minutes. The redemption dish of dishes right here for these judges to enjoy.
I want to know what the pressure was like when you were a master chef at this moment, where you had 2 minutes to go.
This is the toughest part in any part of any competition. And I have had that privilege of being in the Master Chef kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, Aaron Sanchez, Christina Tosi, the best of the best in the entire world, with just seconds to go. And it's all about time management. You have to know what you're going to put on that plate, how it's going to look before you even start cooking it. You need to have that be a part of that whole process, because if you don't, you're scrambling. And when you scramble, time goes so much faster. So with these guys right now with less than 1 minute, oh, we're already kind of excited. You guys actually played it under that time frame.
Wow.
So these guys must feel that confident that these are the dishes of dishes, that they were able to do it in under the amount of time that was given. What was the secret?
Well, they had me do 1 million meatballs a week at Noble Crust,
So 1 million meatballs a week translates into getting it under the time that was allotted. All right. So you know what? Should we just do it now? Should we just bring these dishes?
I need my bacon.
You guys have 20 seconds. You guys are confident, ready to go. There is no more turning back over here. Jason, do you feel good that this is the dish?
I had 20 seconds. I'm sorry, I missed the bacon.
Oh, bacon makes the dish. See, we're kind of good to go. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Hands up. Walk away from your dishes.
That's not exciting.
It is all about the time. I mean, literally, these two dishes,
Great.
totally unique. Gentlemen, come around this other side here.
These were that bread and turkey. Remember that.
These look absolutely stunning. So, Michael.
That was it. Those were the 2 ones they had to incorporate. Okay.
Well, you have a full belly though, right?
Test. All right. So, Michael, tell us a little bit about what you've done here with your dish.
All right, so I took the turkey and I used that
Are you
breading.
this one? This one?
Yeah, that one right there. Yep. So I made a meatball with the turkey and that breading that was supplied. I made a fragrant coconut cream sauce. I got some citrus in there, a little mango, a little sour cream, and a little lime zest, and that's pretty much it.
You know, I really absolutely love what you've done with those colors. I mean, you took advantage of the clock. You played it to your advantage. You were done in under the amount of time than where you were on that last round. So what was different going in from round 1 to round 2, and how did you prepare for it?
Well, I knew I had to move a little quicker because round 1 I was a little, shaky towards the end. Didn't get the artichokes cooked correctly, so I just moved a little quicker this time.
Now, the artichokes were the thorn in both of your sides, and you guys really struggled with that item. When you open up the basket, you see brown bread. What was going through your head?
Yeah.
Not much. I mean, just kind of was save that for the second round,
So brown bread is a canned bread product, really popular up in New Hampshire. You'll see it. It is an older dish. You would have seen it right around like the 60s and 70s. It's really kind of had its heyday. It's done. It's over with. But it's still a dish that you can find. Raisins are really kind of the core to it now that you can find. And B&M is the big provider of them. But it's a humble ingredient. So you actually played with a humble ingredient to your advantage by using it as a breading for your meatball.
Yep.
All right. So let's see what we've got going on. Stacy Shively, tell me, what are we thinking?
You know, I really liked it. It had a light, kind of fresh feel to it. I really like the citrus aspect, and I'm always a fan of sour cream. But they were moist. For turkey meatballs, well done.
Thank you. So he played with that enough that he was able to get a creaminess with that sour cream that came out, a little bit tanginess that you're tasting in there as well, but balance it out with that fattiness. And Michael, that was your, really what you were wanting the entire time. Were they able to accomplish that? Did they bring enough fattiness to such a lean protein in this turkey?
So far, yeah. The meatballs that were used that had the turkey in it, they're definitely both on par for a nice meatball. Nobody served a dry meatball here tonight.
Very cool, very cool. Now, Hannah, was it worth the ride up from Naples to have these meatballs? Were these the best meatballs you've ever had?
They were delicious. The flavors really meld together so well. That citrus is great. I never would have known there was a canned ingredient at all.
Wow. All right, so let's give it up to Michael with a dish right now that could set you on the Epic Chef path. All right. But, my friend, you bounced back, but you were already prepared for round 2 all along, weren't you?
I started that risotto from the jump. I figured a good risotto. I know Chef Mike, so I know he really likes risotto.
So you played to the strengths. You got your money.
I played to the judges, so.
So you played to the judges. You played to that favor of that to start a risotto in round 1, to have it ready, knowing that a risotto takes time, it takes love, it takes energy. But you were able to do that and be able to weave in a meatball with brown bread.
Yeah, I just kind of use it as a binder. Threw a bunch of bacon fat in there.
And so you were able to do it, and under time too. I mean, you were scrambling there. You were thinking about just plate it, show it, give it. I'm done. But then you had to bring that bacon back out.
I did, and I also made a quick kind of marinara, like a quick marinara, just to add that fruitiness to the dish.
Okay, all right. So a little fruitiness. So you're playing a little bit with that. So Stacy, are you tasting those fruits? Are you tasting that citrus bite coming from what Jason's saying that he's got on that dish?
Delicious. Like you said, nothing dry. Very different dishes, even though they both had meatballs as the star. I really enjoyed kind of the Italian flair on this one. Very different dishes, but equally interesting.
I agree. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning. And to think that they both had the same ingredients, but they went in 2 different directions. Now, Michael, would this be on a dish at Chaina?
Yeah, I can see this dish being on Chaina's menu.
And what made it so special that this could be something that, hey, I might do a little special. I might do my own take on something like this. What would make it really stand out for you?
Obviously I would Italian it up a little bit, using pancetta or guanciale for the bacon.
Okay, well, come on. They don't have that here with the staple pantry box. So let's give them a little bit of that, all right?
Yeah, no doubt. The risotto's cooked nice. Like I said, the meatball is not dry, which I was expecting. A lot of times, this is not easy. This is 2 guys up here giving a box of ingredients, be like, here you go, here's 30 minutes, make something taste good. And a lot of times that's not easy to do. For me alone, I admire the hard work these guys had to put in here tonight. I wouldn't want to be up there. I'm not a guy who can think that quick on my feet. So kudos to those 2 guys tonight. They both put out 2 nice dishes right here.
They really did. And Hannah, the last bite, walk me through it. What are you tasting? What's really kind of going through your head right now after knowing what Jason's done with that dish?
Oh, sure.
I'm from New England. I've never heard of that thing.
And someone from New England still hasn't.
Raised in Boston, Massachusetts. Never heard of that canned bread thing.
But were you able to enjoy it?
Oh yeah, and the bacon really nailed it for me. I love bacon. You put bacon on a dish, and I'm pretty happy.
And he was scrambling at the last minute to think about that too, because he was so excited. You were so ready. Just go play. And then you were like, oh, I gotta get that bacon on there. I mean, it was like that money drop, like mic drop, boom. Bacon's gonna set it off. I know it. I'm confident. I feel it. Anything with bacon just works, right?
I was already congratulating him, and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot something.
But the bacon was what was needed, and it really kind of set it apart.
It did. It brought everything together in a good way.
All right, so let's get these judges to really get those last few bites off of that dish, start scoring and totaling up your scores. Again, they are being judged on the creativeness of these ingredients that they had between the first 2 rounds. They're also being judged on the presentation of those 2 dishes, as well as that flavor, and working within that. These judges here, let's give it up to these incredible judges right now. and they are working very hard on that. And let's also have a little bit of fun and give it up to these incredible chefs, because regardless, these two gentlemen are the backbones for all the successes of those restaurants and the growth that they're having. And I mean, it's just got to be exciting days to be a part of everything that's going on with you guys.
We're growing, so it's amazing. I love my job right now. I really do.
He loves his job, and that's what it's all about. Loving what you do, loving your job, loving this community, and loving Feeding Tampa Bay. It's a great organization that, again, is fighting the food insecurity. Here in the Tampa Bay area, 10 counties are being served. A goal of this entire Epic Chef series, 750,000 meals will be raised because of this event. Again, 750,000 meals raised because of this event. Now, there is that little bit of an ante that we've kind of left off a little bit with the excitement, that momentum, because, you know, you guys are battling out to be the next Epic Chef, okay? That's a huge honor. I mean, you guys are going for a two-peat, and so that's an exciting moment, and you guys could have a title for the first time.
We want it. We want it bad.
You want it bad. And not only does the title bring you that bragging rights, that in your words, was it street cred? It was street
cred. We want that street cred.
You want that street cred, but they also can have the opportunity to win $5,000 for being the next Epic Chef. First place on this incredible journey will take home $5,000 for the winner, with a second place coming in for $1,500. So everyone's going to be a winner in some capacity, right?
Of course. We're all winning because we're feeding Tampa Bay. So
we're all winning because we're feeding Tampa Bay. And Michael, what does it mean if you guys can have that two-peat? All right, I just coined that term right now. I mean, like, you know, this right now, we're going for a two-peat. So if you guys can have that opportunity, what does it mean for you to have let your culinary ability shine right now?
I mean, it's definitely bragging rights, but I already got street cred, so I'm not really worried about that. But
ooh, so the street fight talk is still continuing right now. But it's got to be a little bit more than just that. And tell us, like, what does Feeding Tampa Bay mean to you, and why you're being a part of it?
I mean, it's definitely fulfilling when you could do something for charity. I don't think I would even do this outside of, you know, some type of contribution to charity or whatever. I'm not really one to be in the limelight, you know, so it makes me feel good that we're doing it. You know, we're feeding Tampa Bay.
And you get to be able to use your ability, your creativeness, your passion to shine on a plate, to bring awareness to the Tampa Bay area to fight this food insecurity. And it really is just a humbling experience, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's definitely all the hours and days in the kitchen. You know, it's kind of awesome that it's actually panning out and going towards something. And I could even have the ability to even compete with Jason right now, you know, so.
It's an incredible feeling. And I mean, to think that there's, you know, this incredible organization, 3.5 million meals on a monthly basis are what Feeding Tampa Bay is being able to do for this community. And you just put out 2 incredible dishes, so 2 meals that you just was able to put out to help fight food insecurity, bring awareness to this incredible organization. And did you have fun in the process?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great time.
Would you do it again? If I gave you another mystery box, because, ladies and gentlemen, no.
Let's do it.
All right.
3.0, here we go.
Dessert box 3.0. We're working on that one next year. We might have, you know, you guys might have a leg up a little bit on that one there. Alicia's doing some crazy things right now.
With the whisk tattoos. Definitely the best pastry chef in town.
He's doing it big time. So we have everyone working on the back there, totaling up these scores right now. We're going to be waiting it out here for a second and just coming to you to find out who is going to be round 1 winner for Epic Chef. I'm walking away because I don't want anyone to see this one. Ooh. All right, so let me get the 2 chefs from this evening. Mr. Michael Hicks from Noble Crust. And Chef Jason Sullivan from the Datz restaurant.
High-fiving my owners. I was high-fiving my owners real quick.
And I'm going to actually let Thomas Mance come on over here and announce tonight's winner for the first round of Epic Chef Showdown. And the winner for round 1 is...
Noble Crust wins tonight's event.
All right, so now, what's going through your head right now, Jason?
I don't know. I wanted to win. I mean, who doesn't want to win?
But you know what, though? You're still a winner. You're still a part of tonight. You put out an incredible dish. You're no loser in any of it.
I know.
If only the crowd could have had that risotto. I mean, literally, if only you guys could have had that risotto. It was that good.
It was good.
It was good. All right. Well, you know what? Congratulations, and thank you so much for being a part of tonight. We have some incredible things here as a token of appreciation for your involvement. That is really cool. What's going through your head?
I'm okay. I'm good.
You're good. You got some toys to play with. You can have some fun, and you're going to enjoy it one way or the other.
You know, charity.
It's for charity. It's for the good of the community, good for the heart, and also good for your competitor, too. Mr. Michael Hicks.
Battle tested him for his next.
We got a battle test over here. Michael, congratulations for winning tonight, for setting the tone for this epic showdown. What's going on in your head right now?
I'm excited. I mean, I'm ready to go party pretty much.
Ready to party. You had the dishes of dishes right now. 2 dishes that set you apart and that set you on this epic chef path like no other.
No. What was the question? Sorry.
You're on this path now for epic chef, this showdown. What's it mean to you?
It's great. I know what to expect now. So next competition is going to be, I'm going to bring a little bit more. So
you're sailing to the next round. Cocky, confident, or a little nervous?
I want to say cocky, a little confident now. Maybe not so nervous as I was first round, but just ready to go.
Ready to go, and we're ready to see you on the next time when you come back and battle that out against who's going to be a winner next time. What do you have to say for your competitor tonight?
Great job, dude. I thought it was going to be close. You brought it.
Now, judges, if you guys can all join me up here for a second, too. What really set these dishes apart? What made you guys decide which way you were leaning? How was the scoring done? Michael?
Listen, I don't know. You know, coming from a chef standpoint, this is not easy. This is not easy to stand up here in front of a crowd, try to be creative, given 2 ingredients that you have to use, one being artichokes. That's not easy. I'm telling you right now, from a guy who runs a restaurant, is not easy. So, you know, the dishes, I mean, my judging was very close. There was just small details, but both of you guys did a great job. There's no loser here tonight, obviously. You guys did a hell of a job.
Absolutely, they did. Stacey, walk me through a little bit of your judging process. What stood out tonight?
Well, it was interesting because he mentioned it was close, and it was, but there was one I definitely liked in the first round and one I definitely liked in the second round. Do they want to know which one?
Should we all know? Should we all want to know? All right, let's get a little drum roll. All right? All right.
In the first round, Noble Crust won my vote. In the second round, Datz won my vote.
So you really were kind of like, it could go either direction right here.
I think he thought so too, so it must have been very close.
It was very close, because I was tasting along the way, and they both put out incredible dishes.
Really
You all got to have the fully composed dish, and I mean, you got to have everything that they were going for. Was it what you were thinking it was going to be from having really the closest seat in the entire show?
Oh yeah, for me it was that the citrus with the meatballs, I've just never experienced anything like that. I never would have put citrus with meatballs before, and I wanted to just keep going. I would have, if they hadn't taken my plate away, I would have finished it.
That's awesome. Well, that's very cool. So again, congratulations to both chefs this evening. Congratulations, Michael. You are going through to the next round here on the Epic Chef Showdown. And every week, this is going to be a great opportunity to highlight some of the best chefs in the Tampa Bay area, to be able to highlight this incredible organization of Feeding Tampa Bay, to be able to do some great things with the identity Tampa Bay, to watch it. So make sure, again, Epic Chef TB is that hashtag. Tag yourself that you were here tonight. Share a food memory. share something that was really special about this evening, and let's make sure that other people in our network are able to really feel it, embrace it, and to do it. All right? So we will see you all here next week here at the Epicurean Theater. Thank you so much.
Do you work at that place?
We both do.
My friend John Matley works for them.
I know Mr. Matley very well.
Oh, how fun!
I work together.
All right. So I'm friends with Tracy Matley, and my son